Okay, let's take the case where now we have to delete a particular field from a table. Now here what happens is that we have a format for particular delete query, by means of which we can delete the particular fields of a requirement from a table. Now we have got the delete keyword followed by the from keyword. Then specifically we have to specify the table name, and after the where keyword we have to put the condition. So we can just take an example of that sort. So delete from the customer. Customer is a table name where ID is a field where ID is equal to 6. So delete from table name, that's customer where ID equal to 6, would mean that particular ID with 6 will lose all its old fields. That means this, with respect to 6, this particular row will become completely vanished. It's going to disappear if you execute this particular code. So here now and here one more thing is that we can even delete the field with respect to comparison of two fields also. So in that case, we have to, after the where keyword, we have to attach another one field with respect to the giving an AND field. So now let us take this example itself. Now where this sixth field, the sixth row has to get disappeared completely. So for the particular requirement, so now we have to copy and paste into the query designer window. So now the use sample in the database name for go, then we have to delete the fields now with respect to the ID number 6. So we have to copy and paste the particular query now. So where it's a delete from customer where ID equal to 6. So now what the compiler will do is that it will search out for the particular database name called sample1, and it will search in that database name, it will search for the table called customer if it is available, and if the ID is with 6 is available in this particular customer, then the particular row with the ID 6 has to get disappeared. So let us visualize the table once. Now 6, 22, 45, 100. So this field has to get disappeared completely if you execute the query. Now let us execute and see where it happens or not. So there is one row affected. Now we have to come back to the query designer window, and this we can execute and see whether the 6th row gets disappeared or not. Yeah, see now the 6th row has got disappeared completely. Now we can take another case of a field where we have to delete one particular row with respect to comparison of two fields. Now let us take Hardik and 5 and Hardik. Or we can keep it as with respect to, okay, for the time being let's keep it as 5 and Hardik. So now with Hardik there can be more fields, so we can add one more 6, then followed by, we keep it as Rajiv. Now the age we can give it as around 45, and in this we can give it as Chennai. Okay. And we can give the salary as 23,000. Now let's see, when we go put the tab, then it is reaching the next step, and it's better to give an execute query. So now we can see the 6 fields is available now. Now we have to, so we have got to eliminate the 6th row with respect to comparison of two fields. So after the where clause we have to add two fields. So we can keep the name as Rajiv and age as 45. So with respect to Rajiv and 45, we can eliminate this complete row. So for that we have to modify the query as follows. So delete for customer name, their name. So this auto generated. So name, we have to particularly put it as Rajiv itself, otherwise it won't delete. And followed by the age. So age is also auto generated. So age we have to give it in a single with no quotation. So age Rajiv has 45. So we have to mention as 45 and this single column. So now the query is complete. I need to make sure that the Rajiv is having the proper cases and then the proper letters or not. So the Rajiv, the name should be Rajiv and the age should be 45. So if you want to, we can keep 6 also, but it's not always mandatory. So we can keep it as Chennai also. So let's take the case only within comparing with two fields. So here we need to delete this row with respect to Rajiv and 45 comparison. Now purposely let us attach one more 7 with Rajiv and keep it as 35, and it is the Bhopal, and the salary be 45,000. And we'll execute. So now see, there are 2 Rajivs are available. So we can selectively change the Rajiv with 45, so that Rajiv with 35 will remain intact. So we have to see here it's Rajiv and 45 is there. So that alone will be affected. That means your 6th row will disappear, but 7th will remain, because for the 7th case the age is something else. That is not 45, it is 35. So the only 6th row will be expected to disappear. Now we can execute and see. Now see, this one row affected. So if it's given execution over here, so the 6th row has to disappear, but not the 7th one, because only the age difference remains. The 45 is there in the query, but 35 is not there. So only the 6th row is going to get affected. So let us execute and see what happens. So the 6 has gone up. See, Rajiv with 35 is unaffected because 35 is not present in the query. So this is how the delete query works. We can keep the comparison of all the 4 fields as well with respect to changing the for giving the delete option. So in that case, after the where clause, we have to go on attaching each fields separately. So this is how the delete query works.